Hello everyone, and welcome to the episode number 3 on the DSA coding and problem solving. So, my name is Abdullah Abdul Hakim, and I'm excited to guide you through today's problems and briefly mention the series and the episode content. This is a part of our going series where we solve our one coding problem in each episode. So, in this episode, we will explain the problem clearly and then walk you through structure approach to solve it step by step and so on. So, this is our problem today. Find all duplicates in an array. So, let's move to the problem. So, we need to find all duplicates in an array and given an integer array nums of length n, where all the integers of nums are in the range from 1 to n, and each integer appear at most twice. And we need to return an array of all the integers that appears twice. You must write an algorithm that runs big of n time and use only constant auxiliary space. We don't need here as big of n space, so we need just big of 1, excluding the spaces needed to store the output. So for example, this is already this one of examples, first one. So we have 3 and 2 already repeated 2 times, so the output will be 2 and 3. And the nums here, 1 here repeated just 2 times, so we return this. And this is edge cases, one element, we will return empty. And this is our constraints. Let's start now to solve this problem quickly. Okay, so the very important thing here, we need to already follow structure approach for this problem. Okay, so you need to starting with understanding the problem. Okay, and yeah, and say for the interviewer, let me restate the problem. So given an integer array here, nums of length n, and where each integer is from 1 to n, and appears once or twice and so on. Okay, so we need to return all elements that appear exactly twice. This is must run in big of n time and use only constant extra space, excluding output. Okay, this is our problem today. So second thing you need to start after already restate the problem, you need to ask clarifying question. For example, is it allowed to modify the input array? Should the output order of duplicates matters? Uh, and are there any constraints on the array size? As you see, this is our constraints. Okay, can it be empty or very large and so on? Is it guaranteed already that each number appears at most twice? After that, you can already move on, walk through on some examples. So we already handle the restate the problems and then already ask some clarifying question and walk through some examples. Then you can already list or state the assumption, and you list now very important points to handle all edge cases. We maybe have empty array. We if in at this case we will return empty, and all unique elements we will return empty also. All elements duplicates, we will return all elements once, and only one element we will return empty, and the two identical elements return also that element, and then maybe we have maximum minimum value and so on. After that, you need to already share your thoughts, intuition, and so on. So I will use the value. Maybe as a brute force, you can use hash map to count the occurrences and to collect numbers with count equal n. So but this is time big of n and space big of n. So not allowed due to extra space. We need to here, so there is some trade-off in memory. So we don't need here to use any hash map. So I'm thinking using the value as as an index, okay, to mark visited numbers by negating the value at that index. And if the value at that index is already negative, it's a duplicate. Okay, I will iterate through the array, and for each number I will use it absolute value minus 1 as an index. Okay, and if the value at that index is negative, it is duplicate, and I will add to result, and otherwise I will negate the value at that index. Okay, and then I will return result. So we need to thinking how can we code this solution. Okay, yeah, we can use the array itself for marking, and for each number I will use its absolute value as an index, and if the value at that index is negative, it's a duplicate, otherwise I will negate the value at that index. This is already what we need to do now. Okay, so let's already starting with code. Yeah, I need you to make it from here, because during the interview the interviewer will share the documents, and they're already starting from the left side. So we will already create the vector of our results. Okay, of integer for results. Okay, and then we will iterate over the nums numbers. Okay, then this is int I equal 0 and I less than nums dot size, and plus I, and after that we will check get the index here. Yeah, index here will absolute of nums of I minus 1, nums of I, but here num minus 1. Okay, and then I will check if this is already, sorry, if nums of index, nums of this index less than 0, I will push it, push push back this absolute of this number. Okay, nums of I, and else I will nums of index equal minus nums of index. Okay, and then I will return the result. Here I will return result. Okay, okay. Let's start now and run this code. Okay, results here. Yeah, vector, it is not good. It is okay now, so let's run the submit. Yeah, that's good. Now I need you to try with a structure approach, and the structure approach will help you and will make you to move forward quickly. Yeah, thank you, and see you at the next episode. Bye bye.